Hello everybody. So I was very hesitant on making this video, and there are a couple of reasons for it. The main reason is because I'm a gatekeeper. Whether I like it or not, I am a gatekeeper at heart, unfortunately. I would love to tell you guys all the things that I use and stuff, but that's just how it is. I don't make the rules, but I thought it'd be really fun to make this type of video because I was actually very much inspired by Ethel Kane's video where she did like a collection of her smell goods. I would actually love to do a video like that. So I'm over here showing you all the scents, fragrances, candles, just hair products, all the things that have the scent. All things that have a scent that I'm obsessed with. I thought it'd be fun to show you guys because, like I said, I am a gatekeeper, but one of my best compliments whenever I meet someone or whenever I'm with someone is that you smell good, okay? No other compliment, honestly, beats it. Smelling good is a personality trait of mine at this point. I'm very much a fan of gourmands. I'm very much a fan of patchouli smells, We've got a lot of things mixed in there. So without further ado, let's just get started with the scents. So to start off with the not so heavy scents, I should say, is this really random candle that I got for Valentine's Day from my mother. Don't you worry, it's literally from my mom. But I got this Valentine's Day candle and I'm pretty sure it's from the dollar store. For some reason, it just has such a nostalgic smell to me. I couldn't tell you what it is. I couldn't tell you the notes. I couldn't tell you if it's flowers. I couldn't tell you if it's cookies, but it is such a familiar scent to me. And literally the candle is called Oh My Valentine. It doesn't tell you what the scents are, doesn't tell you anything. It's, like I said, it's literally from the dollar store, so it's really not going to give you a lot of information, but it's called Oh My Valentine. So if you just so happen to stumble upon this on the internet and you know what the notes are, or you know what scent family it's in, let me know. But yeah, that's really all there is to this candle. Like I said, I'm so sorry to be this broad. I don't know what the scents are. I don't know what the business is. Literally, this is all it's giving us. It's kind of powdery a little bit. I couldn't tell you. And the only thing is, since it is a candle from the dollar store, it really doesn't emulate a huge scent. When I light this, I could barely even smell it. The scent of the wax itself is very pleasant. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me anymore, but I was obsessed for the longest time with the Belgian waffle candle made by Yankee Candle. Oh my god. Okay, so that scent was a fan favorite of me, for me at least. I was probably its biggest fan. And when I found out they don't do it anymore, at least not the local, Yankee Candle that I have by me, I was very distraught. I was very disappointed. And it's a heartbreak really, because it was also a very nostalgic scent to me. And I also was obsessed with that scent during 2019 for whatever reason. But yeah, so that was also another candle that I was very obsessed with. For our next little scent that I'm obsessed with is the Moroccan oil scent in general, okay? The Moroccan oil scent. This scent is literally my... if I were to have my hair smell like something 24/7, it would be this scent. It would 100% be this scent. I'm obsessed with the Moroccan oil shampoo scent, and I actually just found out that they made the iconic scent into an actual fragrance, an actual perfume or something. This might not make sense, but I'm more of a fan of what it actually smells in the hair products rather than its scent by itself. I still have the oil because, I just have the oil, but it's a very good smell. It's floral, it's amber. It's, it's so interesting because I'm not a floral person whatsoever. Hate florals actually. Kind of makes me nauseous sometimes, even flowers by itself. Love to look at them. The smell, sometimes it gives me a headache. This just combines so well with the amber scent. I think it's jasmine, amber, and other florals, but they combine beautifully and it makes a beautiful scent. And when I went through a phase of using their shampoo and conditioner, I would get so many compliments on my hair smelling so good just because it is an amazing smell. And I'm obsessed with all the Moroccan oil product smells because they all smell the same. It has that iconic, but the reason I don't really use their shampoo anymore because it always it made my hair feel weird. I was really only obsessed with it for this scent and it didn't do that much for my hair. My hair didn't feel amazing afterwards. So, but yeah, so that's my little obsession with Moroccan oil. So the next little scent that I have is, I think it's vanilla orchid. This is the Gucci vanilla orchid and it is very, very pleasant. Like I said, I'm not a fan of florals, and I think Gucci, the company is very much. At least their fragrances are very floral. This is like probably the most gourmand scent that they have on the market, and it is just so good. So I got this as a gift, and I was like, okay, like I'll just wear it to work one day. And I put it on, and then like I just it just made like a cloud around me. It was really just delicious. Everywhere I walked, I could smell it. I think it's pretty long lasting, I would say. This is like only a sample, so I haven't gotten like the spray bottle or anything, but I would say it's pretty long lasting. And I think that's something that I really, really look for, especially in a fragrance, is the longevity of it. And unfortunately, I've come to realize that only really expensive fragrances have the best longevity, which is fine with me. You know, I don't mind spending too much money on a fragrance. Now, if I look up the notes to this, oh, okay, interesting. So I was actually so wrong. This actually is called the Floral Gorgeous Orchid with vanilla. It is in a floral family. And actually this is a very layerable scent, I would say. It's really good for combining, and it's so funny because when I combine things, I'm always very hesitant on experimenting and combining with other fragrances. It is great by itself, but I found that this is like one of my best like fragrances to combine and layer with. It's a warm floral, and the notes for this are vanilla duo, vanilla orchid, and marine ozonic orchid. So it's obviously very vanilla driven. It is a very vanilla-y scent, and that is everything I want and more, you know? Anytime a fragrance has the note vanilla in it, you best know that I am at least testing it out, giving it a little squirt on a card, seeing how I like it. And this is very, very nice. It's mainly vanilla, but it is categorized as a floral, which I guess vanilla kind of is a floral at the end of the day, because it is like a flower, I think, right? If you're afraid to try floral scents and you're also a fan of vanilla, I would definitely give this one a try. Trying to experiment outside of gourmands and stuff like that, but you're still looking for that, you know, sweet little hint of vanilla, this is very, very good. So my next scent that I'm obsessed with is the Finery No Prints Required Fragrance Body Mist. Hello. Okay, I think you can read that. But this is the Finery No Prints Required Body Mist. This is an amazing scent, and it's actually from Target. They have a like legitimate perfume, like an actual like concentrate perfume with this, and it's definitely more expensive than the body mist, but this is great as a body mist. I wouldn't say it lasts too long because it is like from Target and it's just a body mist. Nonetheless, this is a great fragrance for getting out of the shower, you know, spraying all over yourself. But you know, I've also worn this going to work as well, because a lot of the times when I'm going to work, I work at a cafe. I found it very pointless to wear high-end fragrances to, you know, work where I'm just gonna leave feeling disgusting. So I really aim towards body mist because, you know, I still smell good, but yeah, this is a very sweet, ambery, marshmallowy scent, I would say. It is a dupe, I'm pretty sure, for the Killian scent. I think it's something. It's a dupe for one of the Killian scents. I'm not 100% sure what the name is on the top of my head, but it's the one that smells like green tea and marshmallow, and the notes for this are very similar. I've smelt the Killian scent before, and I don't notice a super similar scent between them. I want to say I prefer this more than the Killian one, which is so funny if you're a fan of a gourmand sweet scent, but at the same time you're not trying to punch someone in the face with like a vanilla cupcake, you know what I'm saying? And it also has that very ambery smell. I have no problem spraying it as much as I'd like because it's a body mist. So this next fragrance is a online buy from a small shop called Ghoulish Goods. This is the Cursed Carnival little fragrance. I am very obsessed with small businesses emulating, you know, spooky fragrances. Fun fact, this is actually 2 years old. I got this 2 years ago. Drier than the Sahara Desert. There is not a drop left in here. However, I still have the bottle because one, it is absolutely adorable. It's a beautiful little bottle. But the smell is still very much prominent in the bottle. Sometimes when I need to take off the edge a little bit, just to... So the notes for this is very much your carnival scent. I've actually went down many rabbit holes trying to find a carnival themed fragrance, but all of the fragrances that I come across are just, you know, going for that apple popcorn scent. And as much as I love to smell like popcorn and apple, it's a little too much for me. I like to smell good, but I also want to have that muskier note, and that is very much what this gives. Cotton candy, vanilla ice cream, night air, and clown musk. I'm not sure what clown musk is, but I love it, okay? It is a very, very memorable scent. It is a sweeter scent, but the musk adds a very nice touch to it because it doesn't overwhelm you. You know, once again, we're not getting punched in the face with a freaking cotton candy cannon. The cotton candy note is obviously still very much there, but it balances very well with the rest of the notes. It's a very good scent. I think this might be their most popular scent. I've wanted to buy a lot of more scents from their website, but I never got to it. So if you're really looking for that carnival scent, but also with like a little edge, with a little spookiness, I highly recommend checking out Ghoulish Goods and purchasing their Cursed Carnival to give it a try. So moving on to yet another little small business buy. This, my friends, is the Dollhouse perfume oil by Something Strange. It's a TikTok shop buy. So fun fact, this has been my only ever TikTok shop buy I've ever done, and it is amazing. I bought it like a year ago. I'm very I'm very mindful of how much I use. I've still done like a little dent in it, but this is an amazing fragrance, and the main reason why I bought this is because this is supposed to be a dupe for the one and only Crybaby fragrance by Melanie Martinez. I saw people raving about it on TikTok, and it's called Dollhouse. It's very Melanie Martinez inspired. Wonderful. You know, I was on the hunt for so long trying to find a dupe for the Crybaby perfume because I'm not trying to drop $700 to $2,000 on the original. But if you keep up with Portal Perfumes, they are actually releasing the Crybaby perfume again. I will lose my shit, this close to losing my shit, because what do you mean you're bringing the Crybaby perfume back? The notes in this are fresh milk, strawberries, pink powder, and caramel musk. Another musk smell. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this before. I would say that it definitely emulates that pinker side of sweet. And it's so funny because I'm not usually aiming towards fruity smells. Normally strawberries in a scent would be a turnoff for me. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like smelling like that type of sweet. However, the strawberries in this is a great combination of the other ones. It balances very well all together. And unfortunately, I've never been able to smell the Crybaby perfume, but from what I've seen on TikTok, this is a very similar scent. It's a very good dupe. I don't know if it's just me, but I think like the after notes kind of has like a little lemony scent to it. I don't know, like there's not lemon in this, but I still kind of get like a sugared lemony smell to this when it dries down. The dry down is very pleasant, and like I said, I get a lot of compliments whenever I wear this. I feel like this would also be a good combo with a light body mist as well. I have layered with this before just because the notes are very pink, so if you want to balance it with like a little bit more musk, I think that would be a good idea. So my next fragrance is the Sol de Janeiro 76. Now I know when everyone hears about Sol de Janeiro, they think, oh, like, you know, beachy scents, they think of the normal 62 scent. But this is very different from the usual scents that Sol de Janeiro makes. This is very much, I would say, a little bit more masculine than a lot of the Sol de Janeiro scents. It doesn't really have any vanilla notes in it, which is interesting because most of the notes that I aim for are very vanilla. Just all of the fragrances I've shown, I'm very much a gourmand fan. And I would say that this definitely aims more towards jasmine notes. We have like amber in there as well. Amber is a very much returning note that I love in a lot of fragrances. Sugared patchouli. It has a patchouli smell, which I love. Anything with patchouli is just... I love patchouli, and that is another top note for me. Patchouli is very much, it makes a statement every time. It's midnight jasmine, black currant, and amber woods, and sugared patchouli. And if that doesn't sound like a great time, I don't know what does. Another body mist, so it's definitely not as long lasting or strong as a normal fragrance concentrate would be. However, I have gotten compliments on this too, and it is definitely very good for like a light wear, you know? It's a sweet smell, but you also get that like woodsy note as well. Someone smelled this one time in Sephora and it reminded them of me, and it was just, that was a great compliment. You know, if I were to be compared to any Sol de Janeiro scent, I would definitely pick this one as the one. Definitely different from like, you know, the vanilla caramelized, you know, all that stuff that a lot of the other Sol de Janeiro scents produce. Definitely one of my favorite body mists that I have. So I actually have 2 more fragrances left and are my most expensive fragrances, and they are also the ones that I tend to gatekeep the most because I'm not trying to walk around and have everyone smelling like me. These fragrances are 100% known, and I would say 8 out of 10 times if you were to ever meet me, I'm probably gonna smell like either of these. Here we go. Angel Mugler scent, okay? This scent, this has been a great addition to my life for the past year. This is my 3rd bottle of Angel Mugler and it is just a game changer, okay? This is a very controversial scent. It is definitely a topic of discussion when it comes to scent lovers. People love it, people hate it. I actually love it so much. The first time I ever smelled it, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Never fucking again. I thought it smelled like dirt, it smelled like worms. Now it's my prized possession, okay? It is amazing. Mugler, Angel Mugler was a game changer for the fragrance industry, okay? This was the first of its kind. This was honestly one of the first like gourmand scents to ever launch. And it is definitely one of my holy grails, okay? I'm not even gonna get started with what's in this. It has the most fragrance notes you will ever see probably in a fragrance, but that's what I love about it because I feel like every time I smell it, I discover a new note. The dry down of this fragrance is probably one of my most favorite dry downs of any fragrance I've ever owned. It is sweet, it is musky, it is just a little bit spicy. It definitely grows on you, it's a grower. I've gotten tons of compliments on this fragrance. It's probably my most complimented fragrance I get is Angel Mugler. You can't take me seriously, okay? Try to just ignore my French impression, okay? It's amazing. And I know, unfortunately, this is not vintage Mugler. It's still a prized possession for me, okay? I am very mindful of how much I use. Literally 2 squirts of this and you will be like, that is enough, okay? I promise you, you do not need to go overboard. This is not the type of fragrance where you're like, okay? 2 squirts of this. That's all you need. 2 squirts, and I promise you that is more than enough. This used to be my signature, and it still is, but I've definitely become more mindful of the settings I wear it to because it is a very powerful fragrance. It really makes an impression on people. It has 3 different parts of the scent, okay? There's when you first spray it, where it is, you know, it smells straight up like patchouli bomb, like intense, okay? When you first spray it, the more it sits on your skin and the more you let it, you know, do its thing, that's when magic really starts to happen, okay? Over time becomes a very sweet, cotton candy, musky smell, and it is just, I'm just gonna do like, it really is crazy. I feel like every time you smell it, you pick up a new note. Yeah, I feel like the first spray is very masculine, but the more it dries down, it definitely becomes much more sweet, and it is just there's nothing like it. I really only wear this now on special occasions, if I'm going out for dinner, if I have like a nice event that I want to go to. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm ranting about this so much. This is definitely a like signature scent for me, and probably will be for a very long time. Moving on to my last fragrance that I also have a hard time showing because I am a gatekeeper. Actually, if you watched my what's in my bag video, I had a travel size of this, and I can't believe I'm doing like, you know, the grand reveal of it. I kind of can't make this video without showing you guys what it is. So this is my signature scent, usually what I am wearing on a daily basis if I'm going to a cafe, if I'm going to my friend's house, if I'm going to a freaking library. I don't freaking know, okay? This is what I usually am wearing. Commodity Milk, okay? Now this fragrance, the story behind this was my friends and I were Black Friday shopping and we walked into Garage, okay? We walked into Garage, we saw this like worker. We passed by her and like, what is she wearing? Like, oh my gosh, like we all went feral. We were like, what the fuck is this girl wearing? So I built up the courage to ask her, and honestly, I didn't expect a truthful response because I feel like smelling this good is definitely a secret. So I asked her, I was like, hey, like, she didn't hold back, okay? She told me the details, she told me where she got it, she told me which Sephora she got it at. This my friends, is my signature scent and has been for a little bit now. Ever since I smelt it, it is just a game changer. So this is a very sweet, milky scent. It's kind of like, this is a very sweet woodsy scent, and it kind of gives, the vibe I would say this gives is you're outside at a bonfire and we decided to make marshmallows and s'mores, as well as like boiled like a little pot of milk. Okay, like that's what this gives. Like it's very marshmallowy, it's very woodsy. Now for this brand specifically, Commodity is a great fragrance brand. It usually has 3 different scent spaces of the fragrance that you have. So the one that I have is the expressive scent, which is basically just like a regular projection of like a fragrance. It's not going to be overpowering, but if you're like next to me, you're gonna smell me, you know. That's kind of what this gives. And then they have the personal scent space, which is basically not as strong as this, but it's very much like I still smell good, you know, but it's not gonna like travel. And then they have it's like the 3rd highest projection of this, and it is basically just like filling a room, you know. We're filling a room with what we smell like, and usually that's not what I typically aim for, so I got the second one, which is a great, you know, medium. So if you see me walking on the streets one day, I probably smell like this. This is my go-to signature scent as of right now. I've been wearing it for a pretty long time. I feel naked, okay? I feel naked when I don't wear a fragrance. I have to leave the house with something on, you know? I've inspired many people to get this. You know, they usually ask like, what are you wearing? And then I tell them, and then I see it like on their freaking vanity the next day. Memorable, it's familiar, like it's cozy. It is a great scent. So the first thing you smell when this is squirted is toasted sesame, and then you smell warm marshmallow, cold milk orchid, and then finally you smell mahogany wood, tonka bean, and benzoin. And I was like, what is benzoin? I found out that it's vanilla, so I was like, okay, sold. Honestly, even marshmallow, like a marshmallow scent, also sold. Like I want to smell like a freaking Lucky Charm. Are you kidding me? That is all the scents I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this very much, because I certainly did. I enjoyed this video very much, and I definitely have a lot more. Well, actually not a lot more, but I definitely have more fragrances or just scents in general that I have built an unhealthy obsession with. So if you guys are interested in seeing any more scents or fragrances that I have or really like to wear and stuff like that, I would be more than happy to make a part 2 to this. I'm obsessed. Like fragrances, like that is like one thing that has me talking for hours, okay? A lot of my money goes towards new fragrances, and I'm always down to try new things. So if you guys have any recommendations on gourmands or just any scent in general that you really like and like it's your favorite fragrance, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments, because I am down to try anything new or anything that's really popular. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.